Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat datang kembali di channel MGF MMB.
Congratulations on the win tonight. A lot of people have thought for a long time it was inevitable that this day would come where that belt would be in front of you. So how does it feel that this actually happened for you tonight?
It's good, amazing. Happy for that.
You were extremely dominant in there. You landed the most total strikes ever in a UFC fight, over 500. Were you surprised you couldn't get him out of there over the course of the 5 rounds?
No, just was working on him, so I had some cool time on that there. So just spoke with him, spoke with his coach, middle of the fight. Was happy.
What kind of things were you saying?
I said, good job, work harder, guys.
You've had that back position on a lot of guys and you'd be able to choke them out. Was Drickus doing anything right to defend it, or?
Just because I was sweating, I went under last 30 seconds, tried to finish him. So I heard my corner says 30 seconds, that means to go to meet him. So I tried, but make mistake. So thankful for my coach, he gives the black belt, but I was like, when I went under, fuck, I don't have a black belt now. So, but he gives me respect. Thanks.
Does this win in a way, like the way you won, almost prove something more? Like a lot of people are questioning your cardio. Can you go 5 rounds? All that stuff. Like, does it feel good to kind of shut those people up a little bit?
I don't care what people think about doing my thing. So, like you said, how many strikes I landed on him, how many takedowns I has there. So I didn't guess out. So now they know.
Yeah, it was 529 total strikes and 21 minutes and 40 seconds of control time, which was the second most ever in a UFC fight.
How many takedowns was there?
Let's see.
Yeah.
You had 12 takedowns.
So, yeah, that's big by itself.
Do you still want to turn around and fight in Abu Dhabi?
We'll see what they say. I'm ready always, so no injuries. Thanks, God.
Will you continue to come to the States and train with Sam Calavita for these camps, or is that just kind of a one-off?
No, I'm gonna work with this guy. He's one of the best guys, so I'll work with for cardio. So it's crazy training over there. So thanks for him.
Hi.
Hello. We'll start with the main event. Incredible energy in the crowd, incredible fight itself. Khamzat's performance, was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Give us your takeaway of it. And did you see before this fight that being the possible way it was going to play out?
No. The lead up to this fight, I said, I bet the main event is the fight of the night. Didn't see that coming, but not shocked either. I mean, you go in and dominate the way that he dominated. If you can do it the first round, more than likely you're going to do it the second and throughout the rest of the fight.
There was a time, and it was in the promos leading up to this fight, you said Khamzat was special, one of the most special guys you've ever seen. Do you think he's lived up to that yet, or does he still have a little ways to go because he's been a bit more inactive since
The night on when we were on Fight Island, he said, I want to fight next Saturday. Ever since then, the guy's been a rocket ship, and obviously is very popular too. People love him. Fighting back here in the United States, and obviously Chicago loved him too.
Do you hope that he can maybe start getting back towards the levels of activity we saw at the beginning of his UFC career?
He's the champ now, so.
And what did you think of DDP's performance, right? Obviously, he was outmatched in the wrestling, never gave up, though. Even in the last round, he started landing his own shots. What did you make of DDP and his toughness to survive 5 rounds?
Yeah, first of all, I had every round at 10-8, maybe except for the last round. But to be in the position that he was in and the crucifix and just getting dominated on the ground and punched in the face and elbowed, and it's a very frustrating place to be in. I thought he handled it well and came out every round, trying to get in the fight and try to win. Yeah. Impressive.
On the crucifix, it's a weird one, right? They're landing strikes. He's landing like 200 punches around, but they're not quite hard enough to end the fight. Are you glad the referee doesn't wave a fight off in that?
Listen, I don't know how hard they are, and I don't want to fucking know how hard they are. Nobody wants to be in a crucifix getting punched in the head like that. It's got to be the most frustrating, suck the heart and soul right out of you type thing to happen. And just getting dominated on the ground the way that he did is no fun for anybody. I wouldn't say that, he's getting pitted-patted striked. I mean, his face was pretty busted up. the knees that he was taking to the body and to the legs and the hips, and it's going to be a long ride home to South Africa.
And then Leorne Murphy. I don't think anything is guaranteed in this sport in terms of getting title shots and stuff like that. But if there's a way you could get as close to guaranteed as possible, he must have done that tonight with that spinning elbow.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to say with a guy who has a record like he has and sits where he sits in the division, to say that tonight was sort of a coming out party for him, but it definitely was.
Alex Volkanovski has said he would like to fight him in December. It's not often you see a champion calling out the challenger. Could be interested.
I love it.
And then as far as Carlos Prates, another spinning back elbow finish, crazy stuff. Wants to fight in Rio. You gave him that fight against who, we're not sure. But MVP was here earlier and said he would step in and fight in Brazil.
Yeah, we'll see when we get back. And, Jeff Neal came in very confident that he was going to finish him and knock him out. And for Carlos what an unbelievable performance he put on. Incredible fight.
Smelling like cigarettes up here.
You take 3 guesses why. First of all, congratulations. I feel like this was a big moment in your career, and then to capitalize on that opportunity was unbelievable. To pull it off in the way that you did, how satisfied are you feeling right now?
Yeah, that was massive. What a place to do it. Like you said, UFC 319 co-main event. I needed something big like this, and obviously the UFC is about moments. I just created a great moment then for myself, for the fans. I'm happy.
You said it yourself there, the UFC needs moments, but you also have to win, right? So can you even go into a fight with the mindset of, I do need to try and find an opening to pull something off here, or do you just see it and take it?
It's just a fight. You don't go in there with them intention. You go in there with the intentions, but it's like I don't search for it. I knew it was going to come though because of his pressure. He was very good though. I have to hold my hats off to him. He's a very good fighter.
Yeah, just out of interest, how much did the body shot hurt?
I felt it, but it wasn't going to stop me. Do you know what? He's got solid boxing, man, and I think he'll do well in the UFC. He's going to learn from this. You can't pressure high level fighters like that.
Yeah. You said in the cage, and you said now that you knew he was going to run onto something just with that aggression. Carlos Prates says you got the inspiration from him, and you actually owe him 20% of your bonus. I don't know if you're feeling generous tonight.
Yeah, I spoke to him before, but yeah.
And again, nothing is concrete in this game, but you have the featherweight champion of the world calling you out for a fight in December. Alex Volkanovski wants to fight you. It seems like you've done enough at this stage. Is that the fight, and is that the timeline you would like to do?
That December would be perfect for me. Gives me time to recharge, spend some time with the family, and then work on some bits and get better and come back better. December would be great to share the octagon with Volkanovski, one of the featherweight goats. Adding another scalp to my already quality resume. I'm 9 fights undefeated now, yeah?
You know better than me.
Yeah. So I've had 10 fights in the UFC now, 1 draw, 9 wins. It's time for a title fight.
Congratulations.
Thank you.